guys, it's time to plant these on. If you can have a look at those, they're getting their real leaves there. So I think that's definitely time to plant those on out of this little pot into some bigger pots, and I've got some bigger pots here, and this is what we're going to use to plant each one of these on. Do let me know in the comments if I'm doing this wrong. These are tomatoes. These are my black cherry tomatoes, so this should be quite interesting when these come through. I'm going to plant them slightly deeper. Apparently I can plant them deeper because they have gone a little bit leggy. But like I say, do let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, because obviously my first year here, and you guys have helped me out with what we're doing. So let's do a couple, and then you can tell me if I'm doing all right. So I'm going to get my pot, and I'm going to put some soil in there, some compost, like that. So I've got a compost in my pot, and it's moist compost, so I don't think I'm going to need to water this because it's nice and moist. Okay, so I've got to ease these out. Now remember not to touch, I've been told not to touch the stalks, yeah, because it can damage them, but to pull by the leaves. So what I'm going to do is because I'm a little bit edgy here, I'm going to just tip them and ease them into my tray I've got here, and see if I can just ease them out. That way I don't have to pull them out, and then just grab the two leaves and just segregate them like that. Oh, can you see that? Sorry, I'm grabbing the two leaves and pulling them out. So I'm going to make a hole in my pot and drop the whole lot inside. Hopefully you can see all this. I've got my new tripod, as you can see. The picture's not shaky. I'm using two hands instead of one. So I'm planting that in there. Push that soil down around it, and I planted that a bit further down because I've been told that the little hairs on the side of the tomatoes plants, they will actually, little hairs will, spring roots. So there we are. That's one done. So let's get a couple more of those done. And what I've done as well is another chap on a YouTube. I'm really sorry, I'm terrible with names. Some people's minds are really good with names, and they can seem to remember history and all sorts of things. Unfortunately myself, I always seem to have a problem with names. But this chap on YouTube, he said that he never fills the pots to the top when he plants or sows, so that if his plants get leggy, he can top up the soil. I think that's a jolly good idea myself, so I'm going to try that on this one. So I'm going to make a hole there. Ooh. So I've made a hole. I'm just going to drop the whole lot straight in without touching that at all. There. So far so good. We've got the true leaves coming through. That's why I thought it's time to plant these on, because we've got the true leaves there. So I'm going to put this on pause, or even I might even just speed it up. Should we just speed it up so that you're not bored? All right, let's do that. There, so that's the last one done. So they're all in bigger pots now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop those into my tray. I'm going to take those and put them back onto my shelf, and hopefully they'll continue to grow. So what else are we going to do in the garden? So continuing with the allotment update, this was a plant we were given last year. I believe it's a raspberry, or it could be a mulberry bush, but we thought it was dead. It was just literally a stick like that when we got given it, and I planted it in this bucket, and I think I'm going to have to put some more compost around it and take the weeds out, because it is actually growing. Look at that, isn't that great? And we've got some buds on there, you see that there, got some buds on there, so that's looking good. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and hopefully, you never know. Do let me know though. I mean, really, do we cut these things back? Do we let them grow? I don't know really. It's quite a new thing for me. So that's the phantom plant. Now the apple trees are coming along. As you can see, they're budding up as well. Look at that, fantastic budding there. And yeah, they're looking good. Now one problem we do seem to have is this funny, what we call reindeer moss. My children like to call this reindeer moss, and we feed it to the reindeers. No, we haven't actually got any reindeers. It's, you know, Santa Claus's, Father Christmas's reindeers when they come. But is it a problem for the tree? Do let me know if that is a problem for the tree. The other problem we have with our trees is white and pink maggot. Sometimes when we cut the apple open, we'll have a little white or pink maggot in there, and I'd be interested to know what they are and what I can do about it. Maybe you could let me know in the comments below, because you know, this is a sharing channel. We like to share things on here. I like to gain your knowledge, and if I've got any knowledge, you can have it off me. Alright, so that's the apple trees, looking lovely as far as I can tell. Not much going on with the pear tree, yeah, the pear tree, or the apple tree there, and the plum tree at the top is not doing a lot either. So let's continue our journey. Oh wow, here we are. Now these, I'm amazed have actually carried on growing for me. This was my, I don't know if you can see that, it's probably backwards actually, isn't it? I haven't thought of that. That's coriander. So that's the coriander that, now if I remember in one of my previous videos, these were amazingly leggy. You can see that they really are quite leggy. So I'm going to try the same with these as what I did with the tomatoes, and I'm going to try and plant them into some bigger pots, nice and deep, and hopefully we'll get some coriander. I mean, this is the furthest I've ever got the coriander, so I'm not wasting them. Let's plant these up. So like I say, first time I've ever really grown coriander, and these have come on amazingly well. We've even got, you know, the typical coriander leaf there, so I don't really want to waste these. So I'm going to use the name tag just to ease these out, and again I'm going to grab them by their leaves, and let's see what we get out the bottom. We've got to be very careful here. I'm trying to be very careful, as you can see. Oh, look at the roots on that, fantastic roots. You see the root system on that, that is just fantastic. So let's get our pot. We've got a nice big hole in there for it to go nice and deep. I'm just going to lower that all the way in. Oh, look at them, fantastic. So if you do have any comments on what I'm doing, pop them in the comments below. Don't forget, you can subscribe as well to see how these coriander are going to continue to grow or not grow. Any help is, you know, is great. Any help's great. And if I do actually help anybody else while I'm mucking about here, then that's brilliant too. So I found that I didn't quite put enough in there, so I'm going to put a little bit of this potting compost around the top. Oh, I'm going out of shot there. Terrible, aren't I? Not a professional photographer. It's not a real TV show. It's just hobbyist having a go. So there. Oh, that looks nice. Not as leggy now. See how they go. Let's do some more. We'll probably do that comedy speed up thing. I know you guys like that. So there we are. That's 5 beautiful coriander. Hopefully they're going to continue to grow and be healthy in there. Do subscribe. Do leave me some comments. It's great to hear from you guys. It's fantastic that so many of you are watching what I didn't think would ever take off, but it has. Thank you very much. I say subscribe. Keep up to date with what's happening with my coriander, and we hope to see you in another video.